Hi guys, my name is Isea and this is Questions on the Red Couch. How has studying music at NYU affected your artistry? This is such a good question. I think being at NYU, you're surrounded, at least studying music, you're surrounded by so many different musicians. And even then, it's just not even musicians. You're surrounded by filmmakers, dancers, just creativity kind of everywhere. So you have an outlet to literally meet so many different types of people and use it to your benefit, use it to make connections. And then you're just making new types of music, you're meeting new types of people, and you're doing things that you never would have thought. And that's definitely what I did in the last 5 years. So definitely I would feel like it's benefited me amazingly to a point where I didn't even think I could probably meet so many people and how they could even influence my music. This is not okay to ask. This is not fair. This is like, what's your favorite R&B and hip hop album of all time? The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Point blank period. Next question. There's nothing else. Didn't Twitter just rated it like number 1? Or Apple Music. Something just rated it number 1. What is your pre-show routine? I will film a little get ready with me video, and then I don't even know, plan out an outfit seconds before I get on stage because I will never actually plan it in advance. I'll send it to my band or I'll send it to Sarah, depending on who I'm playing with. And then try to eat at least a slice of pizza. I get very nervous before I go on, and then go and do my thing. What Disney movie has the best soundtrack? Monsters Inc. I don't make the rules. Monsters Inc. The jazz, like the little... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's stuck in your head already. Tell us about your experience opening for Doechii. Opening for Doechii was just about the best thing in my entire life. I was given the opportunity to open for Doechii and Earl Sweatshirt, which was absolutely amazing. And Doechii, I don't know if y'all have like seen her journey. She documented her journey on YouTube. I give props, kudos, bow down to that woman. Amazing. Her journey is something that I look up to. And being able to meet her during like sound check and everything, and even Earl Sweatshirt, I still am riding on that high. And that was a year ago. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe we'll meet again. How has your music evolved since your last release? What can we expect to hear from you in the coming months? So the last thing I released was a brand new version of Bare Minimum. The first version was on my first EP called Universe Ready. And then I wanted to kind of like redo it and revamp it because that's like my favorite song. I would say between then and now, my first EP and the first stuff that I was releasing was very like in my bedroom type stuff. Recorded by myself, mixed by myself, written by myself. And then the last version of Bare Minimum, I had help from a ton of just amazing people all around. And I feel like that's definitely, I want to move into a more produced sounding vibe instead of like in my bedroom. I want to get out of that. I kind of feel like I showed off what I can do from my bedroom, but now watch what I can do with a bigger production. And then what can we expect to hear from you in the coming months? The song that I performed, Side, will be coming out. It'll also be coming out with a music video. We actually filmed it on like film on like a Super 8 camera. So excited for you guys to see that. But that's coming. And then honestly, every single song that I say on stage is unreleased will be released eventually. What is the hardest decision you've ever had to make? I feel like this definitely comes to relationships probably. Deciding when to leave is probably very, very hard to do. It's definitely not just me. There's a lot of people. But I think a lot of my music comes from like not so great boys. And so I think the decision of like knowing when to leave is really difficult. So that's definitely a hard decision I've had to make. And also like deciding to put myself first. I'm first. Always. Doesn't matter. So that's definitely a hard decision to make every time. What is music's purpose? Are we getting like existential here? What is music's purpose? Music's purpose, in my opinion, is to put words to thoughts that you never would have said out loud. Sometimes I feel like we keep a lot of things bottled up, and it's not until that one song comes out and you're like, damn, I actually feel every single thing in that song. It's not until it's in a song that you're like, that's how I feel. Exactly what she said, exactly what he said, exactly what they said. So I feel like music's purpose is to actually put words to people's thoughts and emotions that otherwise would not make it out into the universe. What was the biggest change in your artistry when you began working together as a band? Okay, so I was telling this story before, but I started performing 2 years ago in New York, and I was performing with my best friend Sarah. Just me and her, vocal and guitar, just like you guys saw here today. And that was amazing. I mean, we played so many different shows, met so many different people. We have like horror stories and like so many funny things to talk about, but all in all, it was like a great experience. Sarah is a badass bitch and decided to graduate early. So obviously I had to do something with myself. And so I had a really great like group of friends that I met at NYU actually, and they were like, we put a band together for you, and let's just see how this goes. And I was like, okay, cool. Our first show together was Terminal 5. Was Terminal 5. We had maybe 2 rehearsals before going on there, played in front of 4,000 people. So biggest change, learning how to work very quickly with me and 5 boys. So you had to get it together very quickly. Learning to work on the fly, learning to be open to change, learning to be open to, I don't even know, so many different things. I feel like we worked very well with improvising. So sometimes, like I said before, the songs are never sound the same twice. So that's something that definitely was a big change. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me.